In example 5, if we want to use formulas, we will first need to enter the data to find the summary statistics. Enter the data for 4000 BC into list 1 and the data for 150 AD into list 2. Pause this video while you do that. To find the summary stats for 4000 BC, select Stat, Calculate, 1 Variable Stats, and enter, and you should find that the sample size is 12, the sample mean is 128.7, and the sample standard deviation is 4.6. We will find the summary stats for 150 AD in a bit. Continuing with the summary stats for 4000 BC, we next need to find the critical value so we can find the margin of error. Notice that they did not give us a confidence level. When that happens, you should use a 95% confidence level. So let's draw the picture. 95% in the middle. That leaves 5% left over, so 0.025 in each tail. The degrees of freedom is equal to 11. The critical value, using table A3, you should get 2.201. Now you can find the margin of error. The error is equal to the critical value 2.201 times the standard deviation, which is 4.6, divided by the square root of the sample size, which is 12. When you work that out, you should end up with 2.92. And now we can find the confidence interval. The mean is 128.7. Subtract the error, which is 2.92, is less than the population mean, is less than 128.7 plus 2.92. So the left side we should end up with 125.8, and on the right side we should end up with 131.6. So here's the confidence interval for the information that we had for 4000 BC. Now let's look at the data for 150 AD. To find the summary stats, select Stat, Calculate, 1 Variable Stats, but now you need to tell the calculator to use list 2. So you should end up with the summary stats of sample size is 12, the sample mean is 133.3, the sample standard deviation is 5.0. So again, we need to find critical value. They did not give us a confidence level, so we're going to use 0.95. So 0.025 in each tail. The degrees of freedom is 11. And the critical value from table A3 should be 2.201. Now we can find the margin of error. E is equal to 2.201 times the standard deviation, which is 5.0, divided by the square root of the sample size, which is 12. And working that out, you should get 3.18. Now we can find the confidence interval. The mean is 133.3. Subtract the error, 3.18 is less than the population mean, and on the right side we need to add those numbers together. So the left side we should end up with 130.1, and on the right side we should end up with 136.5. So there's the confidence interval for the information that we had for 150 AD. Watch the following viewlet to learn how to use your calculator to find the confidence interval when you are given a data list.